If you're always critiquing, if you're always picking at stuff with your partner, chances are you don't think they're great. Like chances are you think there's some issues with them and you think that you can fix them and they're broken. Tell us about that angle where now we've talked about being the loving and kind person, but sometimes we're being the person that thinks we're loving and kind because we want to improve someone, but that person doesn't want to improve.
One big problem is that what's really driving people to pick that individual is that by being the one that can upgrade you, improve you, I have more value here. By having more value, I have a false sense of security. You have to appreciate me. You're less likely to walk away. You're less likely to cheat because you're lucky to have me. I feel like I'm the prize here. But those situations never really work because, again, you're choosing someone that is not capable of pouring into you the way that you need. You're basing this off of what you could do for them, and that's not sustainable. And you're choosing them because, again, you have more emotional control here. What happens to so many people, especially women, it's something that I call the unhealthy love cycle of women, where women in their first love experience, outside of any childhood trauma may have experienced, they're their most loving. They're just out there. They go all the way in. But that typically happens at a younger age, at an age where men are not mature enough to handle those kind of emotions, that level of commitment, so on and so forth. So she gets hurt. After she gets hurt, her moment is saying to herself, I will never let this happen to me again. So now the woman starts to consciously or subconsciously choose men who are, I don't want to say lower than her, but essentially a man who does not take her there. He's good enough to be with, but I'm not that vulnerable with him. He can't hurt me like that first love hurt me. And so that dynamic usually leads to picking that person I can fix, I can make better, who will appreciate and respect me. But again, it doesn't work out. And many times you'll see these same situations, the guy will move on to cheat on her. Not because, and I have to say this because some women think, yeah, he's just being a man. No, not because he's a man, but because you chose a man that you could never be the woman that he needed, and he can never be the man that you needed. Once he kind of either gets what he needs from you to build himself up, or the smoke clears from him being infatuated with you, he starts to realize, I'm not getting everything that I desire. And now you building him up has brought him more attention from other women. So now the difference between what you're not giving him and what someone else is willing to give him becomes way clearer now. The temptation gets way stronger. And he ends up doing something, or she ends up cheating as well, because he's safe, but he doesn't fulfill her. He doesn't satisfy her. He doesn't excite her in any kind of way. And that's why I always said earlier, like the safe choice is almost always the wrong choice. But that is a function of people trying to choose these fixer-uppers because they think it's going to give them some leverage there.
It's leverage.
That's it.
Yeah, it's leverage. Yeah.